He said, I'm a billionaire. Billionaires don't wear their money on their body. I tucked my chain and I said, oh, snap.
And here, Dave Chappelle didn't hold back when addressing Floyd Mayweather's recent financial controversies, highlighting the irony of Mayweather's lavish spending amidst reports of unpaid debts. The IRS has filed liens against Mayweather for over $22 million in unpaid taxes from 2015 and an additional $7.2 million from 2010. Chappelle's commentary underscores the disconnect between Mayweather's public display of wealth and his financial obligations.
Lost property, you have the ability to liquidate some of your assets. You have the ability to go and get a loan to pay off this tax liability. So we're not buying it. So we'll see if this petition does get approved. I mean, it's Floyd Mayweather. It probably will get approved. Seeing as how the event that's going to happen in about 60 days is going to generate more than enough money to pay off that tax liability. So it's great reassurance for the IRS. And this is not the first time that Floyd's been in trouble with the IRS. I mean, back in 2008, he had a $6.17 million lien on his property for taxes that he owed in 2007. Right? And this is just a recurring thing. He's had many other instances. You know, back in 2011, apparently he owed $3.4 million in taxes that were incurred in 2009.
Dave Chappelle, known for his sharp wit, once remarked on Floyd Mayweather's financial decisions, suggesting that Mayweather's judgment might not always be sound, especially when it comes to money matters.
Do you think Mayweather should jump into the UFC?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're talking about money-wise or where he's at in his life. You know, I'm a boxing fan. I'm not really I don't know anything about UFC.
You're not. So do you think you should kind of stay in his lane, or do you think, maybe to capitalize on the success of the McGregor fight?
I think Floyd made a clean getaway. I think he had a great record and the greatest run in the history of boxing. I don't know whatever makes him happy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think he did his thing, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it's good to see you, man.
You
Sorry
make me
about
happy,
you. Yeah,
brother.
my man, thank you
All
so
right,
much.
yeah,
bro.
I appreciate you, man. All right.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. recently claimed to have purchased a $42 million portfolio of 62 rental buildings in Manhattan. However, New York City property records show no change in ownership, casting doubt on his assertions. Additionally, Mayweather's real estate firm Vita Properties has not provided clear details about the transaction. This has led to speculation that he may have only acquired a minority stake or had options for future expansion.
My lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Mayweather's claim of purchasing 62 apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan for $42 million has been met with skepticism as property records do not support his assertions. Business Insider reports that Mayweather may have only acquired a minority stake in these properties, raising questions about the veracity of his claims.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. I mean, we all know him, the tremendous, talented boxer, but people don't realize how smart he is in business, especially real estate. He just did a blockbuster deal, forget about it. Upper Manhattan, 1,000 units, consisting of 60 buildings, affordable housing, $402 million purchase price. The seller, Black Spruce Management. This is going to be a monster huge deal. Already a very big portion of it already closed. The remaining portion should be closed at the beginning of 2025. This is a guy who believes in long-term wealth, generational wealth. He's heavily involved in skyscrapers. Now he's getting very, very big in affordable housing in Upper Manhattan. Tremendous deal. $402 million. Once again, 1,000 units, 60 buildings. Forget about it, Maron. That's what I'm talking about. That's smart. That's generational wealth, in my opinion. Not financial advice, not a financial planner, but very, very impressed. Floyd Mayweather Jr., not too shabby. V for victory.
Mayweather's financial woes extend beyond real estate. The IRS has filed liens against him for over $22 million in unpaid taxes from 2015, as well as an additional $7.2 million from 2010. Despite these debts, Mayweather continues to flaunt his wealth, leading to public criticism and scrutiny.
This comes amid, rumors of Floyd Mayweather being stuck in Dubai because he owes people money. And, these are coming from trustworthy sources, Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather, people who know about Floyd Mayweather's inner life. But back to TMZ. So they reported Floyd Mayweather was courtside for last night's pivotal Clippers versus Mavericks game. But before money got to the arena, he was handing it out, blessing 3 homeless men with $30K. Now, there are no pictures. There is no video of this happening. But there is an official TMZ article, and TMZ usually gets it right. TMZ also said, we're told Mayweather began talking to the guys and decided he wanted to help. So he busted out his backpack and blessed each guy with 10 racks.
Dave Chappelle humorously critiques Floyd Mayweather's financial situation, highlighting how Mayweather's extravagant lifestyle once captivated public attention. Chappelle points out that when individuals amass significant wealth, they attract vested interests from others. Mayweather's ostentatious displays of wealth involved everyone in his affairs. Now facing financial difficulties, the same public is equally engaged, albeit for different reasons. Chappelle's commentary underscores the irony of public interest shifting from admiration to scrutiny as Mayweather's fortunes change.
And I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay. When you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see it before. Look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, they're trying to kill me.
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always happens around the time in their career where it seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
Yeah. Would you say you lost your mind, sort of?
No.
No.
Not exactly.
Okay.
I wasn't crazy, but it's incredibly stressful.
Yeah.
And I felt like in a lot of instances, I was deliberately being put through stress because, when you're a guy that generates money, people have a vested interest in controlling.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather has become synonymous with wealth, flaunting his riches through flashy social media posts, expensive cars, and luxury items. However, the reality behind these displays is less glamorous. Floyd's money is often shown off, but it doesn't necessarily mean he's financially secure. In fact, his financial troubles have become evident over the years. He was once stuck in Dubai due to unpaid debts, a scenario that paints a picture of a man not living the dream, but running from the consequences of his actions.
Owes a bunch of gambling debts. Floyd, okay? And he tried to plant fake news out here saying that he was in downtown LA giving out money, and then he was at the, the basketball game. This is Floyd in Dubai. Yeah, Because there's a lot of people out here that think just because people are flashing money means that they have money. It's so backwards. You just don't understand how backwards it is, okay? Because when you earn it, like I said, you don't want nobody to know you got it. But here's the thing, if Floyd had money, don't you think the money would have already been transferred there? If Floyd had money, don't you think the money would have already been transferred there?
Rapper 50 Cent has been vocal about Floyd's questionable financial behavior. He claimed Floyd scammed him out of $2 million. This incident occurred when Floyd was incarcerated and 50 Cent took it upon himself to promote Floyd's business. Once Floyd was released, he acted as though he knew nothing about the deal, leaving 50 Cent feeling cheated. This story highlights Floyd's troubled financial dealings, a pattern that continues to unfold publicly.
I brought them over while Floyd was, still incarcerated.
Yeah.
Then he comes home. There's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying them new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you had already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. You know, so I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to, to give me the other half of it? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when
are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual the situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
And I'm looking at him, and he looked in my face and he told me to do that.
Joe Rogan shared his perspective on Floyd's fame, noting that Floyd didn't become famous because he was as great a boxer as Mike Tyson, but rather because people were eager to see him lose. His controversial persona and the public's hatred toward him fueled much of his notoriety rather than admiration for his boxing skills. This sentiment contributes to the complex narrative surrounding Floyd's wealth and fame.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like, he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like, this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy, and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
Floyd has often claimed that he earns $3 million every month, positioning himself as more successful than figures like Bill Gates. While such claims might impress some fans, they are met with skepticism by experts familiar with how boxing paydays work. Known for his extravagant lifestyle, Floyd Mayweather has cultivated a public image of wealth. However, behind the scenes, his financial decisions have raised concerns.
Imagine working for someone whose whole persona is money, 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 and you don't get paid. Well, that's exactly what it is for employees of Floyd Mayweather. Employees of his Los Angeles gym accused Floyd Mayweather of bankruptcy after failing to pay them. I mean, he's still buying stuff. Portfolio valued at $10 billion, including 18 office buildings spanning. I mean, he can do all this, but he can't pay his employees' salaries? $10 billion portfolio, 18 office buildings spanning 10 million square feet. Like what? Another deal he finalized with a 20 million property in Manhattan. Financial troubles. Despite these high-profile purchases, allegations of unpaid wages at Mayweather's Los Angeles gym have sparked significant backlash. Employees claim that they haven't received paychecks, prompting a public protest outside the facility on Highland Avenue. One protester held a sign accusing Mayweather of modern-day slavery, while another noted that the money team has no money. Even if you work for a different company and if you ain't getting paid, you're scared to show up and say something because you know how businesses do. They silence you and they fire you. The employees alleged violations of California Labor Code 210, which mandates penalties for late wages. First-time violations can include fines between $100 to $200 and unpaid wages beyond the 30 days entitled work to a full day pay for every day delayed. That is crazy. Money team ain't got no money. Apparently it's not the first time too. They had one in Elk Grove and it closed down because the landlord sued for a non-payment of $30,000 in rent. Now the LA gym facing closure. Employees are questioning whether Mayweather himself is aware of the financial.
Oscar de la Hoya has openly discussed Floyd's financial struggles, suggesting that Floyd continues to fight because he still needs money.
Once again, at 160, okay, 100 pounds, 160 pounds, call out Canelo and do the rematch, and that's it.
You think he's talking this trash because he wants a rematch? You think he actually wants
Absolutely.
You think he wants a rematch?
Look, another reason why he's crawled out of his rock, he needs money.
You think he needs money?
Absolutely.
He's always flossy.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
Again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
He's always spending, so I guess.
Absolutely. Look, he's not fighting anymore, so that big money's not coming in. Look at what happened to Mike Tyson. He made what, $500 million?
Right.
You think you can spend $500 million overnight? Absolutely.
You can.
I doubt he'll ever step into that ring. Floyd's a big freaking.
He called Canelo the easiest win of his career.
Yeah, because he was 21 years old.
Right.
Of course. If I fought Ryan Garcia, who's 19 years old, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna beat him easy because of my experience.
So fight him in his prime, he goes down, you think?
Easy.
What's your message to Floyd?
Floyd, stay under your rock, dude.
you think Canelo's gonna out-earn him eventually? You think he'll make more
by
money
far,
than Floyd?
by far. Canelo's 28 years old.
Right.
And he's already made, what, $500 million?
Right.
Easy.
Hey, you're the man, Golden.
Before adopting the Money Mayweather persona, Floyd was already facing serious financial difficulties. Reports surfaced that he was on the verge of jail time due to unpaid taxes. In a desperate attempt to avoid prison, Floyd borrowed $2 million to settle his debts. Public perception of Floyd's financial behavior continues to be shaped by his past actions. While he portrays himself as a successful businessman, many view him as someone who prioritizes short-term gains over long-term stability.
AKA Ferrari F50. So 50's obviously going to take any chance that he can to troll Floyd Mayweather. And I don't know how accurate or true this is. 50 said it was true and then removed it off his Instagram like he sometimes does. He'll chime in on things and then remove it. But luckily for me, I know that he does that, so I screenshot everything that he posts. Just because, he'll remove it and then it's hard to find it. I'm like, damn, it was up there. So just for like podcasts and just research purposes, I always screenshot them, have it on my phone. That way if it's removed, it's like, hey, he did post this. So what am I talking about? Let's go over this. 50 Cent has weighed in on a shocking claim in the ongoing spat between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, saying he believes a belief that has allowed him to get in some digs of his own.
Floyd Mayweather is notorious for flaunting his wealth, sharing images of his expensive cars, watches, and other luxury items on social media. While this display of riches may seem like a celebration of success, it raises questions about the sustainability of such a lifestyle. Floyd has admitted that his business strategy often involves high-risk investments with the hope of hitting it big. He stated that he prefers to invest in ventures that others don't understand, viewing this as a path to innovation.
Floyd, you seem really comfortable talking about money. A lot of people in the UK are not. So what are your beliefs around money?
Just because I talk about money doesn't make me a bad person. I mean, I like to have the finer things in life. Money don't make me, I make money. I like to feed my family. We can't feed our family just saying I love you. Money is able to put us in a position so we can have the finer things in life. So we are able to travel over to the UK and experience and do different things. We're able to travel to Dubai and other countries and have fun and live life and experience different things. So when you're able to make a lot of money, you're able to do those certain things. And for those people that don't have any money, because life is all about having different experiences. And with me being able to make a lot of money, I'm able to bring my team as well as my family around the world so they can experience different things.
Something you said earlier, Floyd, it really fascinated me. And it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes. And
then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risk because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and a majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results. Just like boxing.
Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle and former trainer, has expressed confusion over his nephew's financial decisions. Jeff has noted that Floyd's pattern of purchasing buildings and investing in various ventures seems chaotic. "I have no idea," he remarked, reflecting the bewilderment many feel about Floyd's financial strategy.
I did. I mean, like I said, I don't necessarily see Floyd very much, so we don't really get a chance to talk very much, and so I don't really know what's going on with him. I know he's doing things that, to better his life, like, buying homes and buying, different things, and so I don't know exactly what he's doing. So I haven't seen him haven't seen him in quite some time, and I haven't heard about him talking about doing any more exhibitions. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't know.
Floyd has long prided himself on being his own boss, making deals, and managing his finances without external advice. While this approach worked well in boxing, it has not translated into success in the business world. Despite knowing the risks involved, Floyd continues to spend lavishly, even when other boxers who followed similar paths have gone broke. This reckless spending, combined with his questionable financial decisions, sets a troubling precedent.
Toys. They call us the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. It's a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these toys.
I haven't seen these?
No.
What? Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drivers.
After retiring from professional boxing, Floyd has continued to chase money through exhibition matches. Despite no longer fighting for championships, he remains active in the ring for the substantial paydays these exhibitions bring. The biggest possible payday would be a rematch with Conor McGregor, which would undoubtedly generate massive attention and financial rewards. Floyd's pursuit of money, even in retirement, speaks to his ongoing need for wealth and validation.
Be the value in seeing it a second time. The first one wasn't bad, but the whole thing was this notion of suspense and unpredictability, and what would it be? Well, you got to see what it was. He got marched down and beaten up.
Yeah, it seems like Floyd might realize within himself that that's the last giant money fight he can make. It would have to be as close to a real fight as possible. I mean, it's a Conor who can still throw his hands, although to your point, the brand is damaged and, he needs a win badly in the UFC to revive that. But I wonder if Floyd at 45 is saying to himself, if I've got to fight one more time, a real fight, and that Logan fight was weird, and Floyd, I think, didn't expect to have to navigate it the way he did. I wonder if Floyd thinks this is it. But even that could be a trap fight for him, Luke, because of his age. You never know, okay? But to your point, it's hard to get amped up for it unless one or both of them is sort of riding a certain level of momentum.